Welcome to beautiful Palm Springs Stadium as we get set for game number 2 of a doubleheader. Chill in the Lumberjacks game 1. My colleague and friend Stephen Buxton called that one. It was a 5-2 victory for the Lumberjacks. And the first pitch of the game is off the outside. That one off the outside as well. Here's the lineup for the Coyotes facing off against the right-hander Logan Escalante for the Grizzly. For the Coyotes, it'll go Langbein, Huante, Alex Carbajal. As this one hits, Tyler Langbein, he will take first. Gallardo, Riley Thomas, and Paul Saffer will follow in 4-5-6. Dallas Siricon, Devin Baker, and Javi Avalos, 7, 8, 9, and Raymond will bat 10th, the extra hitter. Castellanos will be on the hill for them. So the leadoff man in Langbein is aboard. That brings up the second baseman today, Seth Huante, and he takes a low strike. It's 0-1 to Huante from Logan Escalante. Escalante's hair almost matching that green Grizzly jersey. He's got neon green hair. That one well off the outside. And going for second on the play, a delayed steal, is Langbein. And now the throw skips away and into center field where Williams will field it. So over to third on the play is Tyler Langbein. So in the outfield from left to right, Bradley Williams and Armendariz for the Grizzly, as that one is bounced up the middle and through for a base hit. Williams will play it off the glove of the second baseman Isaiah Bonilla, and quickly we've got a 1-0 lead for the Coyotes. So a hit by pitch, a double steal, and a base hit from Seth Huante have the Coyotes ahead 1-0 here early on. That one well off the outside, up and away, 1-0 to Alex Carbajal. Carbajal, as always, playing first. Carbajal goes after this one and fouls it back. And it's 1-1 to the right-handed first baseman. So the 1-1 count from Escalante to Carbajal, and he fouls this one back over the bleacher fence and into Sunrise Park, 1-2. So Huante, who's got good speed, he plays middle infield and center field. He leads off of first after the RBI single knocked in Tyler Langbein. There's a 1-2 pitch. Ooh, just off the outside with a slider. So Escalante misses there, and it's 2-2. So 3 straight righty-righty matchups to start the game. And Carbajal ropes that one into left field, a base hit. Moving up to second is Huante. He'll drop anchor there. And Carbajal is the third straight Coyote to reach in the top half of the first inning. So Carbajal aboard. That brings up Gallardo, the shortstop today. And the first pitch to Gallardo is a swing and a miss on the off-speed stuff, 0-1. Roberto Gallardo hitting right at 321 with a 400 on base average. Finds himself behind 0-1 here against Escalante. And he takes down and in 1-1 to Roberto Gallardo. Gallardo with a 400 on base average, a 429 slugging percentage, and an OPS of 829. And now he's got a big RBI opportunity and a 1-1 count here. Runners leading off of first and second. Carbajal and Huante respectively. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Escalante, and Gallardo bounces it up the middle, could be a pair. To second for one, back to first, in time for the double play. So, a huge double play turned by the Grizzly. And now, Gallardo grounds into the twin killing, and that will bring up Riley Thomas, the third baseman today. So Huante moves to third on the ground ball double play, and here is Thomas. And Thomas goes after the first pitch and knocks it foul back towards us. It's 0-1. So if you're just joining us, Langbein to lead off the game was hit by pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Huante then brought him in after a pair of steals with an RBI single, Carbajal singled, and Roberto Gallardo grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. So now that leaves Riley Thomas at an 0-2 count. The opportunity to bring in a second run of the inning. Escalante's throw, and that one called strike three right on the inside corner. So Escalante escapes with just the one. We go to the last of the first. It is the Coyotes 1, the Grizzly coming up. Ty Williams will lead things off for the Grizzly when we come back here on the PSCL YouTube network. Ty Williams will lead things off here for the Grizzly as we get set for the last of the first. And Williams, so far having a good year. So good to see him bounce back so quickly from that head injury he sustained. He was hit in the back of the head with a fastball a couple of days ago, but has recovered quickly back in the lineup, and they need him. He's hitting .414 with a .575 on base average. Incredible stuff from Ty Williams. And he leads off here against Castellanos, the right-hander for the Coyotes, and he takes a called strike. Juan Castellanos on the year, a 1.74 earned run average as Williams takes a healthy hack and whiffs. It's 0-2. A .87 whip. So Williams, Brody Bradley, Trez Vamoto, the first three for the Grizzly, and Williams takes down and away, 1-2. Misael Ruan Leyba will follow those three, the first baseman today. Swinging a high pop-up. This one drifting back towards us and out of play as it clangs into the marketing pit. So Williams fights. 1-2 it will remain. And Williams hacks and shoots this one foul back towards Sunrise Park. So he's making Juan Castellanos work for it here. Williams, as always, starting in center field today. And that one in the dirt down low, 2-2. So Williams continuing to fight here. An impressive at-bat. What my colleague and friend Ethan Oliveris would call a quab, a quality at-bat. Don't necessarily need to reach base to have a quality at-bat, especially this early in the ball game. Just working the count so deep as Williams has. Productive. Now this one is skied high and fouled on the left field line and amongst the bleachers. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out in the dirt. A breaking ball. So Williams will break for first as they throw around the infield, and now he is retired. That one a little bit too close for comfort, though. So Williams down on the drop third strike, and that will bring up Brody Bradley. So here is the whole lineup for the Grizzly that will be facing Juan Castellanos. It's obviously Williams, Bradley, Vamoto. Misa Leyba, the third baseman, will hit fourth. Bobby Fierro, the first time I have seen him play this season, he'll bat fifth at shortstop. Saul Armendariz, Christian Rizzo, Max Delgadillo, 6, 7, 8. And Isaiah Bonilla and Van Juan Vladimirov, 9 and 10. And the first pitch to Bradley is down and away. It's 1-0. So Juan Castellanos continues to impress early in this game with a strikeout against Williams, who's been a tough out for opposing pitchers. Like I mentioned, a 4.74 batting average. This one on the ground sharply and past the diving glove of Riley Thomas into left field. Base hit. So a one-out knock for Brody Bradley, who usually is the Grizzly shortstop. Instead today, starting in left field. That brings up Vamoto, and Vamoto rips this one fouled on the right side. Oh, and 1 the count to Trez Vamoto. Here it is. That one just off the outside. Just a throw down to second on the steal attempt. Diving in safely, though, is Bradley. So 1-1 the count with 1 away for Vamoto, runner off of second, so this becomes an RBI opportunity. And Vamoto swings at a breaking ball in the dirt. It's 1-2. Vamoto on the season, just 2 runs batted in. The man on deck, Misael Ruan Leyba, leads the team with 9 such runs batted in, and he's hitting .500. He's 12 for 24, an incredible breakout to start the season for Leyba. Now the 1-2 pitch to Vamoto off the outside with a slider, 2-2. So 2-2 the count. A man leading off a second, 1 away here. Last of the first, Vamoto awaits the pitch from Juan Castellanos. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A slider slowed him way down, and Vamoto was way out in front of it and never stood a chance. 2 away for Misael Ruan Leba. So Leba comes up now looking for his 10th RBI of the year. It would take him to get his 13th hit to get that run home. He is 12 for 24 on the year, a .606 on base average. Now Leba goes after the first pitch and grounds it just fouled on the left field line. Boy, that one looked like it had a chance to stay fair as it passed the third base bag, but no dice for Misael Ruan Leba, who begrudgingly heads back to the batter's box with nothing but a long strike. It's 0-1. Wyatt Ellis, the home plate umpire, making the call of foul. Oh, one pitch from Castellanos to Leba. That one off the outside, 1-1. Now the runner goes, and Leba drives it down the left field line. Foul. So 1-2 the count to Leba. Here it is, 2 down. Runner leading off of second, last of the first. Coyotes lead 1-0. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Juan Castellanos strikes out the side, not in order, but he does strike out the side. 2 swinging, 1 looking. We go to the top of the second. It's 1-0 Coyotes here on the PSCL YouTube network. Paul Saffer, the right fielder today, set to lead things off here against Logan Escalante here in the top of the second, where the Coyotes have jumped out to an early 1-0 lead. Submariner delivers, and Saffer late there. A swing and a miss, 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch, way off the inside. Saffer bending out of the way, 1-1 the count. Paul Saffer on the year hitting a .190, but has a .320 on base average, and that one off the outside to Saffer. 2-1. The day is done on the backfield. A 13-1 victory for the North Stars this morning. 2-1 pitch. Down and away once again. 3-1 to Saffer, who ever since that first pitch really hasn't had to have the bat leave his shoulder. 3-1 is the count to Paul Saffer, the right fielder. Escalante looks, now delivers, and Saffer takes. Down and away, ball 4. So Saffer walks to lead off the top of the second. That brings up the catcher, Dallas Siricon. And Siricon is hitting right at 167. He's 3 for 18. And that's going to do it for Escalante. We're going to have a new pitcher for the Grizzly. We'll get that information to you when we come back on the PSCL YouTube network. Welcome back here from Palm Springs Stadium. Jack Lennon bringing you the coverage of the action here between the Coyotes and the Grizzly. Dallas Siricon will face Joseph Yamauchi, the new pitcher. And the first pitch from Yamauchi is up and in, 1-0 to Siricon. Yamauchi enters this game with a 4.76 ERA, 6 earned runs, and 11 and a third innings pitched. 1-0 pitch is a swing and a miss. It's 1-1. So Dallas Siricon, the catcher today, looking to get that batting average up, hitting at 167. Saffer, the runner at first, takes his lead. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and right in there for a called strike, 1-2. So Escalante on the day goes 1 inning, walks 1, gives up 2 hits. Hits a batter by pitch, strikes out 1, and gives up an earned run. Now the runner goes. Saffer breaking for second. The pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Saffer dives safely in the second, uncontested. So he will pick up a stolen bag. But now 1 away as Siricon is retired by way of the strikeout. For Saffer, that is his second stolen base on the year. That will bring up Landon Baker. For the first time. And Baker's hitting .273, but he's got a .500 on base percentage. He has walked 8 times, been hit twice. And he's reached 16 out of 32 times, but he's got 6 hits. And he's struck out just 4 times as opposed to 8 walks. Really impressive stuff from Landon Baker. We'll see what he can do here, and an 0-1 count against Yamauchi with a runner on second and Saffer with good speed. And now Yamauchi stares Saffer back over to second base. Isaiah Bonilla playing close to the bag, guarding him there. 0-1 pitch. That one runs in and nearly hits Landon Baker. It's 1-1. Baker looking to extend this Coyote lead, get that runner across from second. And it would take a base hit to do so. Here's a pitch. Right there on the outside corner. Wyatt Ellis thought so too. Strike 2. One and two the count from Joseph Yamauchi. Here it is. That one hits Baker right in the back. So a costly mistake perhaps, and a 1-2 count with the runner already on second. And now Javier Avalos will come up. And Avalos takes the first pitch down low. It's 1-0. So very costly mistake there by Yamauchi to nail Landon Baker. Now 2 on for Avalos with only 1 out. Here is the 1-0 pitch. Ooh, just maybe an inch off the outside corner. 2-0. That one was really close, and we've seen some close pitches today from Grizzly pitchers, but that one perhaps the closest. Wyatt Ellis, the home plate umpire, not budging. 2-0 pitch from Yamauchi. Here it is. Swinging a line drive into left field. That's a base hit. Saffer will head for home. Here's a throw. Cut off by Leba. 2-0. Coyotes extend their lead. So Javi Avalos with a RBI knock. There's still 2 runners on. The earned run will go to Escalante after he walked Saffer to open up the inning. Baker goes to second on the single. 2 men on still for Caden Raymond now. It's the first hit given up by Yamauchi today. And Raymond steps in with the chance to make this a big inning. Here it is. The first pitch to Caden Raymond. Swinging a high drive to left. Down the line. Foul. Boy, Raymond just missed that one. It ended up coming just a little bit short of the wall, but would have been nearly impossible for Brody Bradley to get all the way over there. Would have been extra bases for sure. Instead, a long strike for Caden Raymond, and it's 0-1. That one low and away with a breaking ball, 1-1 to Caden Raymond. 2 men on, a man out here, top 2. Coyotes have already brought a run across in each of the first 2 frames. They lead 2-0. Base hit would likely score a run with Landon Baker leading off second. A swing and a miss. Breaking ball right there, and it's 1-2. Curveball that just looped and looped and looped right into the zone, and swinging right underneath it was Raymond. Now the 1-2 count with one away for Yamauchi. He delivers, and it's going to hit Raymond right on the elbow. So Raymond takes first and pushes Landon Baker and Javi Avalos both up 90 feet, and the bags are now loaded for the leadoff man, Tyler Langbein. Yamauchi, that's his second hit batsman. Now 3 total hit batsmen in the game for the Grizzly. So here is Langbein, the pitch. Up high, it's 1-0. Langbein was hit by pitch, stole a bag, and scored a run his first time up. Now looking to plate a couple more with a base hit. 1-0 pitch. Right there for a called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. One run is already across here for the Coyotes in the second inning, and a big opportunity to add a whole lot more. Bases loaded, 1 out for the top of the order. That one up and away, 2-1. Couldn't ask for a better couple guys coming up. Langbein hitting .440 on the year with a .1053 OPS. And as a collective, this Coyotes team hitting .329 on the season. That's why they've been so successful. 2-1 pitch. Swinging a shot foul off the netting, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Langbein slashes it down the left field line, and everybody's going to run for a while. Baker scores. Coming around third and scoring behind him, Avalos. 2-run score. It's 4-0. And a 3-run inning now for the Coyotes. Langbein comes through. It's a 2 RBI single. So 3 runs have come across in the inning. And there's still only 1 out and 2 men on for Seth Hawante, who already has an RBI base hit. That one lined to left, and it will fall. Base hit. Coming around third and scoring will be Caden Raymond. Everybody moves up another 90 feet on the wild throw. It's 5-0 Coyotes. So moving into scoring position are Langbein and Hawante. Langbein over to third. Hawante scoots into second. His second RBI base hit of the day. And that will bring up Alexander Carbajal, the first baseman, with 2 men in scoring position. And already 4 across here, top 2. And he takes a healthy rip and fouls this one back and out of play. That one up and in, 1-1 to Alexander Carbajal. Carbajal also singled his first time up before being the first victim of a Roberto Gallardo double play. If you're just joining us, I'm Jack Lennon along with the coverage of this one. It's 5-0 Coyotes over the Grizzly here, top 2. That one down and away, 2-1. Stephen Buxton is along producing. He did a great job on the call of that first game, which ended up being a really good, closely contested game. 5-2 finish in that one. 2-1 pitch from Yamauchi. Swinging a pop-up foul and back out of play. 2-2. In the first game, it was the Lumberjacks who reigned victorious over the Chill. And 5-2 didn't tell the whole story. The Chill led for a good part of that game. Now the 2-2 pitch, here it is. Just off the outside, so Carbajal runs the count full against Yamauchi. So 3-2 it is now to the Coyotes first baseman. The pitch. Got him swinging. So Carbajal slams the bat. He's down on strikes, and a big opportunity for Carbajal goes to waste. 2 down here in the top of the second. That brings up Roberto Gallardo. He's looking for redemption. He grounded into a key double play that helped Escalante escape that first inning with just 1 earned run. Now he's got a big-time RBI opportunity with 2 men in scoring position, 2 down. Base hit would score a pair, and he lines this one to right, and it will be caught! The first baseman, Christian Rizzo, made a ranging play into the edge of the infield dirt and made a lunging grab to rob Roberto Gallardo of a base hit. So that will do it. We go to the last of the second. It's the Coyotes 5, the Grizzly nothing on the PSCL YouTube network. The 5-hitter Bobby Fierro will lead things off for the Grizzly against Juan Castellanos, who comes back out for his second inning of work. He struck out the side in the last of the first. So Bobby Fierro on the year. 2 for 5. This is his third game. And he goes after the first pitch and shoots it foul back off the backstop. It's 0-1. So it'll go Fierro, Armendariz, Rizzo, and then Delgadillo if one of them were to reach here in the last of the second for the Grizzly. The Coyotes lead 5-0. And a line shot and a base hit for Bobby Fierro. So his third hit of the year. He's 3 for 6. Trying to get a rally started here. The bottom of the second for the Grizzly. They need it. So that'll bring up Saul Armendariz. Armendariz is hitting .278. 3 runs batted in, no homers. 9 walks, 9 strikeouts, a .552 on base percentage. Only 1 extra base hit on the year. It was a triple. As he leaves this one off the inside, it's 1-0. Christian Rizzo is hitting .222, is on deck. Armendariz stands in and takes off the outside. It's 2-0. The Palm Springs Power will be back in action tonight, 7 p.m. against the California Halos. Runner goes. Here's a 2-0 pitch. It's high. The throw down to second. In time, but on a scoop by Hawante. So diving in safely is Fierro, and it's a 3-0 count to Saul Armendariz. Palm Springs Power back at 7 p.m. tonight. I will be along with my colleague and friend Sam Egan for the call of that one. So make sure you tune in on YouTube or come to the game. Tickets are just $10 for adult general admission. This one high and way above the head of Armendariz, who had to duck out of the way. So ball 4, he will take first. So 2-man reach to start the inning here for the Grizzly, and that will bring up Christian Rizzo. And Rizzo on the year, just 3 RBI. And he takes way off the inside. It's 1-0 to Rizzo. Juan Castellanos looks back to second, now delivers a slider right there on the inner third for a called strike, 1-1. So Juan Castellanos has worked himself into a jam now. Needs a ground ball or a strikeout here to help him get out of it. 1-1 pitch to Rizzo. Takes, low and in, 2-1. Runners will go. Here's a throw down to third, not nearly in time. So escaping for third, Fierro. Moving to second on the play, Armendariz. And now 2 in scoring position with the double play ruled out, barring a ridiculous circumstance. As Rizzo stands in with 2 in scoring position, nobody on first. Nobody out. The 2-1 pitch off the outside with a slider, 3-1. That one shot into medium deep right field. Scooting over to make the catch, Paul Saffer. A run will score. Throw to third is not in time. Both runners tag. It's a sacrifice fly for Rizzo. And the Grizzly are on the board here. It's 5-1. So Bonilla will come up after the great situational hitting by Christian Rizzo. And another RBI opportunity. There's a pitch, and Bonilla swings and fouls this one back towards me. And it's 0-1. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. That one a slider. 65 miles an hour. According to our TrackMan baseball system, 0-2 pitch. Down low. Fastball that time. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The curveball. So 2 down here and a non-productive out for Bonilla. And that will bring up. Scratch that. That was Delgadillo. This is Isaiah Bonilla. Here's the pitch. And it's a called strike right on the outer third. And Bonilla lifts this one to right. Starting back, now coming in. Saffer makes the catch. We are through 2 here at Palm Springs Stadium. It's 5-1 Coyotes. The middle of the order, Thomas, Saffer, and Sirkan coming up for them when we come back on the PSCL YouTube network. We got a new pitcher for the Grizzly. It's Fabian Galvaz. So Escalante and Yamauchi both go an inning, neither one particularly impressive. They give up 2 earned runs and 3 earned runs respectively. And here's Riley Thomas, the first batter to face Galvaz, and it's a first pitch fastball for a called strike. One way off the outside. Swing and a miss, a breaking ball right there. One and two to Riley Thomas. Paul Saffer, the man on deck. There's a pitch up and away, 2-2. Fastball that time. Two pitch, swinging a high fly ball into left field, foul off the Grizzly bullpen. So 2-2 the count to Riley Thomas, the third baseman today for the Coyotes. That one down and away, 3-2. Thomas is 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking. Now he skies this one, shallow center field, moving back. Now coming in a bit. Bonilla, the second baseman, makes the catch in shallow center, 1 away. So Thomas 0 for 2. Here's Paul Saffer. He walked his first time up, stole a bag, and scored a run. First pitch to Saffer is down low with a fastball, 1-0. Galvaz working quickly, and Saffer drives this one high and deep to right. Moving back to make the catch, though, is Armendariz, 2 down. That one off the bat looked like it was going to go a fair, decent way. But no dice for Saffer. That one kind of just died up in the air. And that will bring up Dallas Siricon. Siricon 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Swing and a miss on the first pitch here on a breaking ball. It's 0-1 to Siricon. And Siricon's been cold. He needs a base hit. And 1-1 to Siricon as a fastball misses well off the outside. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball in the dirt. 1-2. On deck is Landon Baker. Siricon takes up and away. 2-2. Two and two down, nobody on here, top of the third, and Siricon takes low and away. So it is 3-2, the count to Dallas Siricon, the catcher. Here's the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out swinging. We go to the last of the third. It's the Coyotes 5, the Grizzly 1. When we come back on the Power Summer Collegiate League YouTube network. Juan Castellanos returns to the mound here to pitch the last of the third, where the Coyotes have taken a 5-1 lead over the Grizzly. And leading off the inning will be Juan Vladimirov, the designated hitter. Ty Williams, the leadoff man, is on deck. We'll see if Vladimirov can flip the lineup over, and he checks his swing on the first pitch. Doesn't matter. It's a called strike on a slider. It's 0-1. I'm going to lazy slider up above the zone. 1-1 the count. For Vladimirov, he is hitting a modest 083 as he taps that one foul. Still in search of his first extra base hit. He's 1 for 12 with 1 RBI. So 1-2 to Juan Vladimirov from Juan Castellanos. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Low and away with a looping slider. 2-2. Two-two pitch. Swinging a high pop-up. This one will get out of play onto the marketing pit. And it'll bounce down and through the front entrance. 2-2. To Vladimirov, it will remain. Pitch. Spiked it in the dirt with a slider. It's 3-2. So Vladimirov has run the count full. Three-two pitch. Swing and a miss. He swung right underneath the slider for strike 3. So Castellanos gets Vladimirov to lead off the third. And that'll bring up Ty Williams. 4th strikeout of the day already for Castellanos through 2 1/3. And Williams was one of the first 3 strikeout victims in the first. So here's Williams standing in for the second time. He takes a slider on the inner third for a called strike. Swinging a shot out towards right center field, blooping, falling, and catching it is Huante. 2 down. So down goes Williams for the second time today, and here's Brody Bradley. He has got one of 2 hits for the Grizzly today. It was a single up the middle in the bottom of the first, so Bradley steps in against Castellanos. And the first pitch is right down the middle with the fastball for a called strike. Oh, 1 the count to Brody Bradley, and he takes just off the outside with a breaking ball. 1-1. That's a strike poured in at the very top of the zone. Just clipped the very top of the zone. It's 1-2 to Brody Bradley. One-two pitch off the outside. 2-2. Castellanos ready for the 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Ooh, boy, just maybe a 1/4 inch off the inside. But a good call by Wyatt Ellis, according to our TrackMan. It was off the inside. That one is shot to left. Moving back and not getting it is Landon Baker. This one will play off the wall. Baker plays the carom and throws it in on a 1-hop to Gallardo, the cutoff man, into second with a double. Brody Bradley, his second hit of the day. So now an RBI opportunity for Trez Vemoto, and with the limited opportunities the Grizzly have had, they need to find a way to capitalize here. Vemoto for 1 with a strikeout. Vemoto. Foul tip into the glove for strike 1. So 0-1 to Trez Vemoto. Vemoto also pitches for the Grizzly. 0-1 pitch from Castellanos, and Vemoto lines this one back foul. So quickly behind 0-2 is Vemoto. Vemoto's ERA on the season, 0.00. Misael Ruan Leyba, the man on deck. 0-2 from Castellanos. Runner goes for third. It's in the dirt. Here's a throw down to third. It is not in time. In safely with a steal is Bradley. But it will still take a base hit for Vemoto to score him. One, two, and Vemoto taps this one ever so softly fouled on the first base line. One and two, the count to Trez Vemoto. Here's the pitch. Got him looking with a slider. That one might have been off the outside, but Wyatt Ellis didn't think so. He calls strike 3, and Bradley will be stranded over at third. We go to the top half of the 4th when we come back on the PSCL YouTube network. Landon Baker, the first one up for the Coyotes here. Top 4 against Fabian Galvaz. The Coyotes lead 5-1. This game moving along quickly. There's a swing and a miss. It's 0-1 to Baker. And that's a good thing because, remember, all PSCL games are 7 innings or a 2-hour, 15-minute time limit. And we want to be able to play all 7. There's a swinging strike 2. It's 0-2 to Landon Baker. Galvaz back out for his second inning of work was great. His first time around, retired the side in order. 0-2 is down and away. So 1-2 the count to Landon Baker. Here's the pitch. Up and away, 2-2. Swinging a high pop up off to the right side, out of play. So 2-2 it is to Landon Baker here to lead off the fourth inning, and he is hit. And he will take first. So the nightmare of hitting pitchers for the Grizzly continues, hitting batters, pardon me. That's the fourth time they have tagged a batter with a hit by pitch. And up comes Javier Avalos. Avalos had an RBI single in the top of the second. Here's the first pitch to him from Galvaz, and it's a pretty good pitch. Called the ball with a fastball there just off the outside, 1-0. Runner goes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's in for a strike. The throw to second is a little wild, and it squirts into center field, but backing up the throw was Fierro. So taking second on the play is Landon Baker. And now that becomes an RBI opportunity for Javier Avalos, who's in a 1-1 count with Fabian Galvaz. And Avalos went around 1-2. That one was just a tad down and away. Avalos could not lay off of the outside fastball. One-two count. Runner goes. Pitches inside, throw down to third. Not in time and dropped by Leba. So taking third is Baker. And now a deep enough fly ball will give Avalos his second RBI of the game. 2-2 pitch. Avalos swings and misses for strike three. Big slider. Just at the top of the zone. It just dropped in there. And Avalos could not lay off. Down on strikes he goes. So he's retired for the first time today. And up comes Tyler Langbein, who's got a stolen bag, a run scored, 2 runs batted in, a base hit, a walk. He's done it all today. So Langbein takes the first pitch on the elbow. So he is hit by pitch. He will take first, and that'll put runners on the corners for Seth Hawante. Hawante already has a pair of RBI singles. Good opportunity here for his third. One down, men on the corners for Seth Hawante. Runner goes for second. There will be no throw. So into second easily without a throw, Langbein. Now Langbein fouls this one back. It's 1-2. Caden Raymond is actually the runner at second. The 1-1 pitch off the outside. I've had to modify my score sheet here a little bit because of the 10-man lineups in the PSCL, so pardon the confusion on my behalf. 2-1 the count to Tyler Langbein. And he skies this one high and medium deep into center. Ty Williams loses his hat but makes the catch. Here's a throw home, and it's a very high one, and it squirts above the head of the catcher, Delgadillo. Scoring on the play is Baker. Coming to third is Raymond. And picking up his third RBI of the day is Tyler Langbein. So it is 6-1 Coyotes. A runner still on third here for Hawante. Now Huante asks for time and steps back in against Galvaz. Galvaz throws a strike in there with a fastball. And it is 0-1. This one squirts away, and it's going to be a very easy play at the plate. Greedily coming in from third on an ill-advised break for the plate was Raymond. He is sunk at the plate by Delgadillo. So we go to the last of the fourth. Adding a run, though, are the Coyotes. It's 6-1 when we come back on the Power Summer Collegiate League YouTube network. Juan Castellanos will return for the bottom half of the fourth. Misael Ruan Leyba will greet him. And in the first meeting between these two, Leyba struck out swinging. Now Leyba stands in for the second time. And goes after the first pitch and skies it foul and back out of play. And he taps this one softly off to the left. Foul. It's 0-2 to Misael Ruan Leyba. Goes by Misa for short. 0-2 pitch from Juan Castellanos to Leyba. Here it is. Down in the dirt, 1-2. Leyba starting at third today, but he plays all over the infield and can actually catch. Gets behind the plate with regular frequency. 1-2 pitch. Low and away in the dirt again, 2-2. So here's a 2-2 pitch to Misa Leyba. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with the slider. So down is Leyba on strikes for the second time today. And that's how this fourth inning gets started for Castellanos with his sixth punch-out. So Bobby Fierro comes up. He scored the lone run on a sacrifice fly for the Grizzly back in the second inning. And he goes after the first pitch and cues it foul. 0-1 pitch to Bobby Fierro. A swing and a miss, 0-2. So 0-2 the count to Bobby Fierro, looking for his 7th strikeout as Castellanos. Won't get it here. There's a slider down and away. 1-2. One, two, the count to Bobby Fierro. Here's the pitch from Juan Castellanos. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Another K on the slider. Beautiful pitch from Juan Castellanos. Down on strikes is Fierro. So back-to-back strikeouts to open up this top of the 4th. And coming up with 2 down is Saul Armendariz. First pitch to him, low and away, 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1 to Armendariz. One. Armendariz takes down low, 2-1. Here is the 2-1 pitch from Juan Castellanos. And Armendariz takes upstairs, 3-1. So patient at bat for Armendariz. And here's the 3-1 pitch from Castellanos, and it's a big swing and a miss, 3-2. So the count has been a run full from Castellanos to Armendariz. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Off the inside, ball 4. So drawing the walk, Armendariz. It's the first, make that second walk issued all day by Castellanos. And now, up comes Christian Rizzo. That one in the dirt, and scooting over to second, Armendariz on the play. So the wild pitch, the first of the day for Castellanos. And now Dallas Siricon, the catcher, will come out for a short conversation. So Rizzo in a 1-0 count against Juan Castellanos. Here's the pitch. Slider cuts over the outer third for a strike, 1-1. One pitch. Swinging a line drive right at Thomas. Inning over. We go to the 5th. It's still 6-1 Coyotes here from Palm Springs Stadium on the PSCL YouTube network. Seth Hawante will come up to lead things off against Andrew Zarate, the new pitcher for the Grizzly. Thank you so much for coming along to join us for this broadcast of the Grizzly and the Coyotes. First pitch away. So it's 2-0. So Galvaz ends up giving up 1 run across 2 innings of work. There's a called strike. It's 2-1 to Seth Hawante, but we're glad to have you along. I'm Jack Lennon. Producing is Stephen Buxton. It's 6-1 Coyotes, top 5. In case you missed anything, there's a ground ball through, base hit. So aboard to lead off the top half of the 5th, Seth Hawante, and that brings up the powerful Alex Carbajal with a man on first. Pickoff throw to first, diving back safely is Hawante. Carvajal's 1 for 2 with a base hit and a strikeout. On the pitch, right down the middle of the Carbajal. It's 0-1. Carbajal looking to join on the RBI party. 6 runs have come across in the first 4 innings for the Coyotes. Now the 0-1 pitch off the outside, well off the outside, 1-1. One pitch now to Alex Carbajal, up and away, 2-1. Tonight the Palm Springs Power will take on the California Halos, a 7 p.m. as always, first pitch. $10 for general admission for adults, $5 for children, $8 for seniors. 2-1 count, swinging a ground ball to third, could be a pair to second for 1. Back to first, not in time for 2. So they get the lead runner out. Carbajal grounds into a fielder's choice. And that brings up Roberto Gallardo. And Gallardo's 0 for 2 with a stolen base hit on a line out to first. And a ground ball double play. So 1 away here, a man leading off of first, and Gallardo takes the first pitch up and away, ball 1. It's 1-0 to Roberto Gallardo. He takes a called strike right there on the outer third. 1-1 with a fastball. Zarate trying to keep this Coyote lead right where it is. Not trying to enlarge in the deficit. One, two, the count. Swinging a tapper foul. Coyotes have dominated this game in every way. 6 runs on 7 hits, no fielding errors. The Grizzly, 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. Now pickoff throw to first, back safely without a dive, Hawante. Runner goes, pitches outside, throw it on to second, in time, but over the head of Isaiah Bonilla. So a stolen base it will be for Alexander Carbajal. Two the count to Roberto Gallardo. And he takes just high. Three-two the count. And that one bounces to the dirt, and escaping for third is Carball, now breaking for the plate as it goes out of play. And he will have home plate, it would appear. A discussion now between the umpires and Cam Vollmer, the Coyotes head coach, and now they will send Carbajal back to third. Going back to first is Gallardo. So in steps a pinch hitter now. It's Henry Lomax. So Lomax will take over at third for Riley Thomas. Runner goes for second. Here's a throw down. It's going to be in plenty of time, and this is not going to end well for Gallardo. They got him. So 2 down on the decision to send Gallardo to second. Now 2 down, a man off of third for Lomax. The pitch, high again, 2-0. Lomax takes a called strike, 2-1. Saffer, the man on deck, is 0 for 1. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. High fastball that time, and Lomax couldn't lay off. 2-2 pitch from Zarate trying to escape this jam. Here it is. Did Lomax go? He did. He is tagged on the drop third strike. The inning is over. We go to the last of the fifth, where the Coyotes still lead 6-1 here on the PSCL YouTube network. Pano Kutulas will pinch hit for Max Delgadillo here to lead off the bottom of the fifth against Juan Castellanos, who's been lights out. In the first pitch to Kutulas, he was in take mode the whole way. There's a strike. It's 0-1. Kutulas takes downstairs, 1-1. Kutulas on the year is hitting an astounding .464. Now he taps this one foul. It's 1-2. Eight runs batted in, good for second best on the team behind only Leyba. But Leyba's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. 1-2 the count to Kutulas. He drives this one down the right field line. Hooking foul. Castellanos has already struck out 7 across 4 innings of work. He's been great today. Just 1 earned run, 2 hits, 2 walks. Here is the 1-2 pitch from Castellanos. Kutulas swings and hits a high pop-up coming over to make an underhand catch. Siricon on one knee, 1 away. And that will bring up Isaiah Bonilla. Bonilla is 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. And here he grounds it to third. Lomax, diving stop, throw to first in time. So a 1 pitch out there for Castellanos, 2 down. And here is Van Juan Vladimirov, who struck out his first time up in the bottom of the third. And he takes a called strike on the outer third. It's 0-1. Ty Williams is on deck. He's 0 for 2. 3 hits today for the whole Grizzly lineup, 2 of which have come from Brody Bradley. That one, a called strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Oh, and 2 pitch from Juan Castellanos. Here it is, swinging a line drive into left center field, moving over to make the catch, Landon Baker. The inning is over. We go to the top of the 6th. It's 6-1 here. The Coyotes lead the Grizzly on the PSCL YouTube network. Paul Saffer will lead things off here. Top half of the 6th. And he will face Andrew Zarate, who comes out for his second inning of work. First pitch is called strike. On deck is Jaden Mizokami, who's in line to pinch hit for Dallas Siricon. 0-1 to Saffer off the outside, 1-1. Saffer's 0 for 1. He walked his first time up, stole a base, and scored a run. So he's 0 for 1, but he's been active on the base paths. And now he crushes this one to right. Moving back and losing it in the sun. And it is gone. So Saffer drives it out. He just missed it his last time up. Didn't miss anything this time. And he will take his trot around the bases. It's 7-1 here in the top of the sixth. Saffer's got his first on the year. So here is Jaden Mizokami after the booming home run by Paul Saffer, and he takes a healthy rip. It's 0-1. And Mizukami takes a called strike. That one grounded to short. Play is made in time on the throw by Fierro, one away. Perhaps my favorite part of Paul Saffer's home run was the fact that his dad always sits right below the press box, and no one was cheering louder than Dad. That one is in there for a called strike to Landon Baker. So a wholesome moment there for Paul Saffer, the 0-1 pitch. Did he go? An appeal, he did not. Says the first base umpire, 1-1. 1-1 to Baker, way off the outside, 2-1. Saffer's home run extends the Coyote lead to 6. It's now 7-1 here in the top of the sixth inning. And Zarate delivers, and Baker takes down and away again. Avalos is the man on deck. He'll be followed by Caden Raymond. 3-1 the pitch to Landon Baker. And it's up high, ball 4. So Baker takes his base for the third time today. He's reached on either a walk or a hit by pitch. So here is Javi Avalos with the man on base. He had an RBI knock and scored a run in the second inning. And he tries to check his swing, but it's a strike either way, 0-1. Avalos is 1 for 2. He's also struck out. Pickoff throw back to first, not in time. There's a called strike, 0-2. So Avalos quickly behind, 0-2. Leading off of first, Landon Baker. Runner goes, here's a throw. Down to second, not in time. It's way over the head of Bonilla, the second baseman. The pitch was high, so it's 1-2. To Javier Avalos. 1-2 pitch. Way off the outside, 2-2. Two pitch, here it is. Got him. So Avalos down on strikes, this time looking, but for the second time today. And it's the second strikeout of the day for Zarate, the 5th for Grizzly pitching. And that will bring up Caden Raymond, who's been beamed twice. He's stolen a bag and scored a run, but has not logged an official AB. Here's the pitch. Now he takes up and in, 1-0. I think Caden Raymond might be a little tired of the chin music today. One-0 is swung on and missed. 1-1 to Caden Raymond. Now he steps out, takes a timeout. 1-1 the count from Zarate. Off the outside, 2-1. Swinging a tapper foul off the plate, 2-2. So a man on second, 2 down. 2-2 the count to Caden Raymond here, top 6. A run already across on the Paul Saffer home run. 2-2 count. Swinging a topper foul. So Raymond will stay alive. See another pitch. Two and two down. Runner at second, run already across here. Top six. The pitch. Ooh, very close, but just low. 3-2 it is, says Wyatt Ellis, the home plate umpire. To Caden Raymond. Zarate. Kicks and deals. And ball four. Boy, that one was real close, but Raymond will take first. Running off the field was Delgadillo, the catcher. And he couldn't believe that was not called strike three. So still two down here. First pitch to Langbein, the leadoff man, off the outside. Langbein up for the fourth time. He's 1 for 1. And he skies this one high into shallow center field. And a near collision. The catch made by Bonilla. 3 guys had come in for it. Moving back into center field were Fierro and Bonilla, and coming in was Ty Williams, but it's Bonilla who comes away with it. The inning over. We go to the last of the 6th here on the PSCL YouTube network. It's a 7-1 lead for the Coyotes when we come back. Ty Williams set to lead things off here against, guess who, Juan Castellanos, out for his 6th inning of work. He's been great. And the first pitch is down and away. It's 1-0 to Williams. Williams on the day is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-out. He's been non-productive, and his team trails 7-1 as a result. And there's a line drive right at Langbein in center field. Tough way to go down there for Ty Williams. That'll bring up Brody Bradley. Bradley's 2 for 2. He's the only guy on the team with multiple hits. In fact, he's got 2 of their 3. That one down and away on a first pitch slider from Juan Castellanos. So Castellanos threw 5. Here's his line. 1 earned run, 2 hits, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. There's a 1-0 in there. Poured in with a slider for a strike right over the middle of the plate. 1-1. 1-1 the count, one away here, bottom 6. 7-1 lead for the Coyotes over the Grizzly. That one in for a called strike. Another slider by Castellanos. This one a front door slider, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Chased out of the zone and slapped foul by Bradley. Got a pinch hitter on deck. It will not be Trez Vimoto. Instead, it'll be Zarate who just pitched. That one off the outside. So 1-2 to Brody Bradley. Swinging a cue shot to first, foul. Two from Juan Castellanos. One away here, bottom 6 with his team ahead 7-1. The pitch off the outside. The count run full, 3-2. Three-two pitch from Castellanos. Here it is. Down and away, ball 4. So the slider missed. Castellanos issues what is just his third walk. And taking first on the walk is Brody Bradley, and that brings up Andrew Zarate, who's pinch hitting for Trez Vimoto. Zarate in this game pitched 2 innings. That one down low. Breaking for second is Bradley. He takes the bag. Zarate pitched 2 innings, gave up a run. On the Paul Saffer homer. The 1-0 pitch. Tapper foul, 1-1. Zarate on the year is 2 for 5. And he lines this one up the middle, a base hit. Coming around third and scoring easily, Brody Bradley, as the throw is cut off by Carbajal. So an RBI single for Andrew Zarate, giving himself some run support here. And here is Misa Leba, and that will do it for Juan Castellanos. We're going to have a new pitcher for the Coyotes when we come back on the PSCL YouTube network. Misael Ruan Leba will come up for the third time. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And he will face Daniel Smith. Smith with a 19.29 ERA, 9 earned runs, and 20 earned runs in 9 1/3 innings of work. The first pitch is a strike with a fastball. Runner goes. Pitch is a strike. Throw down a second is not in time. So stealing the bag is Zarate. Leba now an RBI opportunity. So the 0-2 to Misael Ruan Leba, and stepping off is Daniel Smith. Leba takes, and that one bounces in the dirt, and coming to third and tripping over the bag, Zarate. So Daniel Smith now tasked with a 1-2 pitch to Misael Ruan Leba. Pitch, swinging a ground ball to short on a couple of hops. Throw to first by Gallardo in time to Carbajal. 2 down. A run does come across, so it's now 7-3. So give Leba the RBI, his 10th on the year, still a team lead. And here is Bobby Fierro, and he hacks at the first pitch and taps it foul, 0-1. So Castellanos' day is officially done. After the final runner he was responsible for scores all the way from first. 0-1 pitch. That one low in the dirt. His final line is 5 1/3, 3 earned runs, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks. He will qualify for the win, and barring utter disaster from the Coyotes, should be in line to get the win. Here's the pitch, and that's grounded to short. Diving for it, but not getting it, Gallardo into center field. Base hit for Bobby Fierro, his second knock of the day. And here is Saul Armendariz. Armendariz has walked twice, but has not scored a run. First pitch from Smith. Down and away, 1-0. Smith delivers a 1-0, and it's a called strike, a back pick opportunity, but back safely in time was Bobby Fierro. Now another pickoff attempt at Fierro. The pitch. Swinging a line shot foul, back off the netting, 1-2. To Saul Armendariz. 1-2 pitch. Down and away, 2-2. And taking second on the play, Fierro on the wild pitch. Two-two pitch with 2 down for Smith. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Armendari is down on strikes in his first official at-bat. The inning is over. We go to the 7th. We're at 7-3 Coyotes on the PSCL YouTube network. Seth Wante set to lead things off here. Top 7 for the Coyotes, who lead 7-3 here on the PSCL YouTube network. Welcome back for the 7th and final inning. I'm Jack Lennon. And that one hits Hawante on the helmet. So Hawante is welcomed by Galvaz with a hit by pitch. And there's a strike. It's 0-1 to Alex Carbajal. And Carbajal is 1 for 3 with a knock and a stolen base. Now he takes up and away. It's 2-0. Scratch that. It's 1-1 to Carbajal. With Hawante off of first, and Carbajal skies this one to center field. Moving back, Williams now underneath it makes the catch. And massive winds as umbrellas are blowing over, dust is blowing everywhere, tablecloths flying off of tables. Massive winds have broken out here at the stadium, but after just a short burst, it slows down. This one's skied into left, shallow left, coming in, now rapidly coming in to make the catch. Bradley, 2 down. So with 2 down, here's Henry Lomax. Pickoff toward the first, not in time. Lomax is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and he fouls this one back off the press box. It's 0-1 to Lomax. Lomax takes a called strike, 0-2. Runner goes, pitch is high. Throw to second is way high and skipping into center field where Williams picks it up. And how many times have we seen that today? So 1-2 is the count. Leyba is now behind the plate for the Grizzly, and Pano Kutulas is over at third. So Lomax now with an RBI opportunity. 1-2 count, 2 down. Runner off of second is Huante. Lomax swings and misses, strike 3. So the inning is over. Galvaz gets through it with the punch out. We go to the last of the 7th. Last opportunity for the Grizzly. They need 4 to tie, 5 to go home happy on the PSCL YouTube network. So Christian Rizzo will be the first to go here, bottom 7 against Daniel Smith. Last chance for the Grizzly. They trail by 4 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Smith's first pitch is poured in for a called strike. It's 0-1. Pano Kutulas, the man on deck. He's 0 for 1. Rizzo is 0 for 1 with a sac fly. The 0-1 pitch to Rizzo is in for a called strike, 0-2. And boy, he didn't like that call. Oh, 2 pitch. Up and away. 1-2 to Christian Rizzo. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Bounces in the dirt. 2-2. So it'll go Rizzo, Kutulas, Bonilla here. Bottom 7. And if they would reach, it'll be Vladimirov and then the top of the order. Two. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line. It will fall. Base hit. Going for 2 is Rizzo, and this will end well for him. He's in with a double to lead off the bottom of the 7th here. So a leadoff double for Rizzo to start the 7th. Here is Pano Kutulas, the lefty. First pitch to Kutulas in with a fastball for a called strike right on the inside part of the plate. 0-1. Now meeting on the mound between Smith and the catcher Siricon. Oh, 1 to Pano Kutulas. In there, called strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Through, base hit. Coming around third and scoring, Christian Rizzo. It's a 3-run game here on the base hit by Pano Kutulas. So Rizzo scores 7-4. Still nobody out here, bottom 7. Here is Isaiah Bonilla. Pitch. Up high, 1-0 to Bonilla. Bonilla is 0 for 2, a ground out, a fly out. Pitch. In the dirt, 2-0. Daniel Smith, in just .2 innings of work, has already given up 3 hits, along with an earned run. Now there's motion in the Coyotes bullpen because of it. 2-0 pitch to Bonilla. The pitch, here it is. Skipping in the dirt once again. 3-0. And the 3-0 pitch to Isaiah Bonilla. Here it is. Big one. Right down the middle for a called strike. The tying run would be on deck. And Vladimirov, but would come up to the plate if Bonilla could reach. Three-one pitch. Low, ball 4. And that will do it for Daniel Smith. Not his best stuff today. 2/3 of an inning, and he's responsible for already 1 run coming across, but now 2 men on as he departs. We got a new pitcher for the Coyotes. We'll tell you all about him when we come back here on the PSCL YouTube network. Javi Avalos is the new pitcher for the Coyotes, trying to shut this baby down. 3-run lead, tying run at the plate. And the tying run is Kosei Kawamura. He steps in as a pinch hitter for Van Juan Vladimirov. And he takes off the outside on a first pitch from Avalos. It's 1-0. Avalos trying to get that ground ball. Williams, the leadoff man, is on deck, and Kawamura checks his swing and fouls it off. Pitch off the outside, 2-1 to Kawamura. So Avalos already, much like Daniel Smith, struggling to find the zone, and there is more action now already in the Coyotes bullpen, and that one is in for a called strike, 2-2. So 2-2 the count from Javier Avalos to Kosei Kawamura. Huge at bat here. Pitch. And this one squirts away. And everybody will move up 90 feet. And that, perhaps way more crucially, removes the possibility of a double play. And Kawamura looks at strike 3 on the outside corner. So here is Ty Williams. Williams represents a tying run, and he takes off the inside. Williams is 0 for 3. He's due. Pitch. Williams takes a called strike. That one was off the outside, and Wyatt Ellis, the home plate umpire, said, no, that's a strike, so it's 1-1 to Ty Williams. That one in with a slider, a called strike, 1-2. So the good news is for Williams, the ground ball could not end this game any longer with the runners moving up to second and third on the wild pitch by Avalos. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one just off the outside, 2-2. Avalos trying to nibble, trying to escape. Williams taps it to third. Riley Thomas's throw in the dirt, and it's caught by Carbajal, but safe is Ty Williams. So the throwing error is charged on the play to Riley Thomas, and Williams reaches on the E5. So here's Brody Bradley. A double would tie the game. And you guessed it, a home run would end it. Here's the pitch. That one off the inside. So now it is 7-5, and things have gotten a little more interesting here at Palm Springs Stadium. The pitch off the outside, but a called strike, 1-1. Avalos looking desperately for that ground ball, trying to get out of this with the save. Pickoff throw to first, not in time. It is Bonilla off of third. It is Williams off of first. It is Bradley at the plate, and he takes down low. And it is Andrew Zarate, the man on deck, waiting for his opportunity. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. With 2 strikes, we'll see if Williams is in motion here, as Bradley steps back in. Williams does go. The pitch off the inside, and Williams takes second, so the double play out of the equation, and that's huge. And now the count is full. So we got a full count. The tying run in scoring position, Brody Bradley in with 1 out. 7-5 Coyotes. Got him looking with the fastball right there on the outer third. Beautiful pitch by Javier Avalos. 2 straight strikeouts for him to enter the ball game, and now Andrew Zarate will come up as the last chance for the Grizzly. First pitch off the inside. It's 1-0. Zarate, a base hit would tie it. Pitch. Swinging a line drive to right, falling, and over the head of Saffer and right, and everybody's going to run for a while. It will kiss up off against the wall, playing the carom Saffer. 2-run score. Into third is Zarate. This game is tied. So here is Leyba with a chance to win it. 4 runs have come across in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch, Leyba takes right down the middle. And now this one hits Leyba. So he will take first. Bobby Fierro will come up now. Scratch that, it'll be Yosuke Shido. Shido, 3 for 19 on the year. Shido with a chance to win it. And they will intentionally walk Shido. And that will bring up Saul Armendariz. So now a walk can win it. And I'm not sure I agree with this decision. You walk the guy who's batting 111 to get to the guy who's got a 552 on base average. But we'll see if it pays off for Cam Vollmer. This one is low in the dirt, 1-0. Cam Vollmer will come out now to try and settle Avalos down. And now we'll take the ball from him. And coming in to pitch will be Logan Wonko. And we will be right back after this break when we come back for the bottom of the 7th. Base is loaded. Tie game, 2 down. Logan Wonka will be greeted by Saul Armendariz in a 1-0 count. Armendariz, if he was able to reach in any way, the Grizzly would win. If not, this thing's going to extra innings. Pitch, and that is lined up the middle, base hit, and this game is over. I do not believe it. A 5-run bottom of the 7th, and the Grizzly come all the way back with 7 unanswered runs in the final 2 frames, and they walk off the win 8-7 over the Coyotes. An incredible come-from-behind win. 8-7 is your final score. It's 7 runs on 8 hits and 1 error for the Coyotes, and that 1 error really cost them. And for the victorious Grizzly, it's 8 runs on 9 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Fabian Galvaz, 3 innings, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts, 3 hit by pitch. And the losing pitcher is Daniel Smith, who went .2 innings, gave up 5 runs, 2 earned, and 3 hits and a walk. So that will do it from Palm Springs Stadium. The final score, the Coyotes 7 and the Grizzly 8 on a miraculous comeback and a crazy walk-off win. I've been Jack Lennon for my on-site producer, Stephen Buxton. Thank you so much.